Okay. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being here. And thank you for joining us today, because I am here with my sister, Tracee Gorman, and we are known also as the Orb Sisters. And this video is all about amazing work with orb photography. We're really, really excited because Merlina Marcan is here with us, or Marcan, I'm sorry, Marcan, correct?
And doesn't matter. It's just a name.
And she is here with us because she does the most amazing work and with energy photography, I guess we could say, not just orbs, but all kinds of energy photography. Correct, Merlina?
Correct.
Oh yeah, we're really excited. Tracee and I have been on your Facebook page for a long time, probably around since you started it, because you said you've been doing this for 8 years on Facebook,
started,
right?
Yeah, about 8 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, your work is just amazing. And I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy that you're here. Tracee, would you like to say hello first before Merlina starts talking?
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to have Merlina with us. She's got some amazing photos, and her method that she uses for these orbs, pulling out information and pictures, is just incredible. So I'm really excited to find out what she can teach us.
Well,
Yes.
First of all, I'd like to say hello, you beautiful ladies. It's morning here in Australia now. It's around 10 o'clock, just after 10. So it's good afternoon to you in America.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in the great Northwest, where Tracee and I she's in Washington, I'm in Oregon. So it's actually a pretty nice day.
Yeah, we've got lots of rain and floods and etc.
Have you?
Oh no. Okay.
Some areas, but we're okay.
Good. So you're in your winter there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we're in our summer here. So it's funny how you don't think about it. People across the world are you're experiencing something very different than what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Merlina, do you mind sharing a little bit of your background and how you maybe got started? Oh, wait, before you do, I interrupted myself. Merlina has this book, this amazing book,
Yes.
The New Macrocosmic World of Order. Thank you.
I said of order because I believe there's a hierarchy.
Yes. Thank you.
In other realms, there are hierarchies like we have. So that's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for you to talk about that. And it's an amazing book. I've learned so much. As you can see, I've marked so much, probably every page in the whole book of like, oh, wow, I have to go back and read and look at this or read this again.
Yep,
Okay.
and I have my own too.
Oh.
Lots of markers here.
Yeah, her work is really amazing. All right. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about your background with us?
Yeah. I'm Australian Greek, so I'm half Greek, half Australian. Proud of both countries. I started 13 years ago. I didn't even know what orbs were. I didn't even have 14 years ago. I didn't even have a digital camera. I don't think I even had a mobile then. Things are just happening so fast. So I did start hearing and reading that, people catching these round objects. They didn't know what they were, and they called them orbs because they're round. So a lot of people just didn't know around the world what they were. And I thought, well, I'm going to get a digital camera and I'm going to try and catch orbs, whatever they are. And I did. I bought my little Canon digital camera, and I started going out, taking pictures. I got nothing. And I would try every night, every day. I wasn't capturing anything until, I would say, my dad's brother, who is he told me, he was in his 80s then, he said to me, oh, I can see dead people. I thought, oh my gosh, can you, uncle? And he goes, yes, I can see dead people, but I don't tell people because they think I'm crazy. So we went out, family, dinner one night. I had my little digital camera, and I said to my uncle, if you can see anything, let me know and I'll take a picture of it. You know, semi-believing, semi-not believing, did not really know what to expect. So while we were eating outside, this is in Greece, and it was summer. While we were eating, my uncle said, Merlina, get your camera out. It was on the balcony. There was a 3-story building. He said, where the pole is on that building, I can see this beautiful light just coming at us. And I thought, oh, all right, let me take a picture of it. Still, unbelievable. I was a non-believer or a semi-believer, or I just didn't know what to believe. So I got my camera, and that was my first. It wasn't a very bright orb, but it was there. It was something was there where he told me on the 3rd story near the pole. And I looked at it and I was amazed. I thought, is this an orb? I don't know. So I said to my uncle, do you continually see them? And he said, yes, I do. I'm at the bus stop. He said, sometimes, and I could see spirits around the people, but I can't go up and tell them because they'll think I'm crazy. So anyway, about 15 minutes later, same thing again. He said to me, this beautiful red light is just coming. It's beautiful red. And he was telling me what was inside. And I remember he said it was like a horse with wings. And we're talking about 14 years ago. And I got my camera out. Now, I didn't get a bright red in the camera. I got a faint pink. It was a faint pink, exactly where he told me. Ever since that night, I thought I started getting orbs. So I'd be out all the time because I was living in Greece at the time. So I'd be out every night with my little, it was 10 megapixel camera. And I would be taking orbs every single night. So the whole neighborhood could see flashes. I had my
Yeah.
and
that sounds like us.
Yeah. And that was the period in my life where I was just so they became my, what's the word, not fetish, they became my
Obsession.
Obsession. Orb session.
We call it
Yes,
obsessed. We're obsessed.
I became obsessed with just taking pictures. And
Yeah.
that's how it started, basically.
Oh, that's really beautiful. That's amazing. Yeah. Tracee was kind of a skeptic herself when she got her
Yes.
first
I
energy
was-
photos.
I was an open-minded skeptic. Yes, definitely.
Now I just want to say that when we say the word orbs, people just think of these round,
Mhm.
you know, and you get all these naysayers saying that it's dust and et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, sometimes it is. But
Mhm.
when you get a real orb, you know,
Yes,
you know, there is no doubt, you know, in anybody's mind, a real orb. But the orb phenomenon is not just these little round objects. The orb phenomenon is a wide topic, which includes like plasmas and energy fields, magnetic energy fields, ectoplasms. We'll talk about that later on when I show them a picture for you,
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah. Yes.
But it includes like spirit energies, ectoplasms, magnetic energy fields. They are all in the topic of the orb phenomenon. So it's not just a little ball. We're talking, it's a big, wide world out there. And it all comes under the topic of the orb phenomena.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah. We've definitely found that to be true for us in our orb or our photography.
Yes.
Because and also I love with your experience when you first started getting orbs, that once you became aware of them is when you started getting them. Because Tracee and I were the same way, and I had no idea about plasma clouds or spirit mists or anything like that. I've been taking orb photos for 20 years hoping to get a little orb in my photo, you know. Oh, that's so cool. Look, I got that little orb in my photo. And then Tracee, you know, just starts taking photos and gets these amazing things and plasma clouds. I'm like, I never heard of plasma or spirit mist or anything like that.
I have to say that both you girls, the photos that you capture, I'm actually mesmerized sometimes. Like, you know, it's the passion that you've got, the way that these other realms are opening up and they are appearing, because there could be other people next to you with the same camera and they probably won't catch what you're catching in your camera. So they strategically position themselves in the cameras that they want to. So it could be 10 of us and maybe only you two capture them. And we're all pointing at the same area. So they appear when and where and how they want to appear. So
I believe that. Yeah. Believing is seeing. Believing is seeing. So yeah, once you open your mind to it, I think that's when they start.
Absolutely. And I'm just amazed. I'm going to say it again. I'm amazed with both of you. And I've done quite a lot of, I've actually studied quite a lot of your orbs and your, yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we're just as amazed.
Yes, we are just as amazed. Yes.
We're like, and it's such a high. It really is. It's such a high to when you're interacting. You know this, Merlina, your book talks about it. Interacting with the energies that are coming to you and posing for the camera. I even give them a time where the flash is going to go off. I'll count to 4 or 5 and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, the flash is going off so they can give them some kind of a signal.
And you find that, well, in my work, I find a lot of them actually are smiling, because if I got a camera out now and said, girls, I'm going to take a picture of you, what are you going to do? You're going to smile.
Yeah.
Because you know I'm taking you, or you're going to have that little, you know, happy little face. Right. So I think that often, well, no, hang on, let me rephrase it again. They know when they are being photographed, and often you will see them smiling straight back. So, I mean, we could do another session. I can actually send pictures. We can see pictures of sentient activity inside the orbs that have this beautiful big smile.
We'd love to see that.
Yes.
Today we're just going to talk about helmets and headgear.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited.
That's what I prepared today. Yeah.
Okay. So should we jump into it then?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. So Merlina has a slideshow we're going to show.
Okay.
Okay.
There.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, slide 1. This particular orb, I thought I'd start with some of my orbs and then we'll get into your orbs and a few other orbs that I've chosen for this. This particular orb I captured in Greece. This is a zoom image of it. It was in a monastery in Greece, and I was just taking pictures all night, and I captured this beautiful bright, well, in my book I would call this a category 1 orb, because I believe these are from not the spirit world. The spirit worlds are darker orbs. They don't have the white, the bride rim around it. So I would say these are alien orbs, or other civilizations, from other civilizations, if that's the word, you know. But one thing you do see is you see a lot of headgear and helmets. And in these type of orbs, you never see a body. The body will always be covered in this cloudy, whatever it is. I call it the white cloudy substance, because I believe it's like a protective thing for them. So I went into it with my MFT method, and MFT method stands for Merlina Focus Technique. So they're the acronyms for my method. And I captured this. You could see Oh, I don't have a cursor to show you the mouse. Ah, yes, yes. Do you see down the bottom where the head is, down the bottom of the orb? It's the wall, the orb wall, and it's covered in the white. Now,
Oh, down at the bottom. Mhm.
yes, down the bottom. And an alien head or an extraterrestrial head or another civilization head was coming through, and you can definitely see that it is some sort of a metallic type of helmet, but then these are hologram images,
Mhm.
right? So, and what I'm doing, they're not 100% crystal clear, but I reckon in the near future, photos will be, we will be getting clearer and clearer photos.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Can we go to slide 2 so we can have a better look? Okay, so you can see the outer chamber wall. You can see how very well protected they are. And there's not just one head. I have yet to see an orb with just one sentient. Although a lot of people I've heard say, oh, there's a head in it. You could see the face of the head.
Mhm.
Going into it, I never see one head. There'll be lots and lots and lots, and in some orbs, literally hundreds of heads squashed together or overlapping each other. But then don't forget, these are hologram images.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of
What
heads
is-
in there.
Yeah. So I've got little arrows here of how many heads. Now, if I change my focal angle, you would get clearer images of the other heads. And even in the big one up the top,
Mhm.
where the helmet is, right behind the helmet, you could see another head coming through. Right behind there.
Oh, right.
That's another head. That's
Mhm.
another head coming through. And again, you can see how the bodies are covered. It's very rare you will see full bodies in these translucent module 1 orbs, the category 1 orbs. All right, let's go to slide 3. And interrupt me if you want to ask something.
Okay.
Just one question. So as I'm looking at this and the others, you are saying that this is a non-human sentient being, correct? Just for the audience. Yes. Okay.
Let me explain. When I say extraterrestrial or alien or whatever, these beings were never human.
Okay.
They are another civilization. But when I talk about later on, when we talk about the transcendent module 2, the category 2 orbs, these are the afterlife, perhaps the psyche that has been transferred, the psyche. They were once human. These, I believe, were never human. These are a different race altogether. It's a different civilization.
Right.
Now you could see the wall down the bottom, the yellow wall. This is the wall of the monastery that I was taking there. That's the wall.
Okay.
And of course, the orb wasn't as big as this, the original orb. I just enlarged it so you could see how it was traveling over the wall. And here's a better picture of, they're very well protected inside the cell wall. It's like a cell, actually, in microbiology. All the organisms inside very well protected by the wall.
That's a good comparison. I didn't think of it
It
that
is.
way.
But this is why I call it the macrocosmic. The in biology or microbiology, they're the micro world, they're microscopic. This is the macrocosmic world.
That's very interesting, because when I look at orbs and even plasmas, and I might see a one, a larger view of a person or a being, like the face or and something that's a larger view. And then as I zoom in on it, I see micro, more, like you were saying,
yes,
more
yes,
faces, more and more as you zoom in, more and more and more. Just, and
yes.
I'm could kind of think of it as like when you look at us from, you know, our bodies from a distance, you see the whole, you know, the body that's carrying all the all the cells within us. And as we use a microscope and go into our cells, there's just so much within us that's
Yes,
sentient. Yeah, that's
that's
alive.
exactly how it is. And there's so much information in each and every one of these, what we call the orb phenomena. Okay,
Beautiful.
number 4, it's the same orb. I've just zoomed into this, right? A better look. It's not clear yet, but it will be eventually. You could see the helmet, you could see the sentient being, and a big percentage of all the sentient activity inside these energy fields wear hats, headgear, or whatever you want to call them. All right, slide 5. Let's go to another orb.
Interesting.
All right, now here's another orb that I captured, and I have a tendency to capture these types of orbs, or the one you just saw previously. This is what keeps coming to me. And Tracee and Sharon, you know that you capture magnificent orbs, like elongated. They have different shapes, different colors. Some are transparent, translucent. But the majority of the ones that I capture are perfectly round. They're like this. This is probably what I'm attracting, whereas you're attracting from a different part of the universe or the cosmos. And I'm attracting these type of orbs when I capture orbs. The majority of my orbs are like this. So I went into this. This was here in Sydney. I zoomed into the orb, and I could see a head coming through amongst the many other heads. And when I zoomed into it, of course, there is a sentient head with what looks like a helmet.
Yeah.
Let's go into the next one, get a closer view.
It
Now
looks
here-
like it's almost down on its forehead, right?
Yes, and it
Yes,
sort of looks like it's looking down,
Okay.
right? So there are many, literally, I won't say hundreds, but at least I could see in this orb another 80 heads in this particular orb. Again, thick white cloudy substance. You can see how very well they're protected. Next slide is a closer view of it. And there it is, the shiny, it looks like a shiny metallic covering the top forehead. Again, no body. It is protected in this white cloudy substance. Okay, number 8.
Nice.
Now we go to Tracee's orb.
Tracee's orb. I recognize that one.
All right, now, as you can see, it looks like it's not a typical round orb. It looks like a little mini craft, something you would see in the a cartoon where you get all these little crafts. The Jetsons, for example. Remember the Jetsons? The future.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. The cartoon, the Jetsons, where we used to have all these crafts fly through. Well, that's exactly what it looks like, because that's exactly what it is. And there's a zoom image of it, and I could see heads coming through where the arrows are. And there are literally, in this little gap here of the dark stigma, there is at least 15 heads that are looking out, watching out.
Wow.
All right, let's go to the next one and you'll see it better. Here's one head that you could see. This has got like a white, don't know what it is. It's like a white cape on it. Again, the body is covered in this white, cloudy substance. It's, and it's very hard to distinguish whether it's an old or a young, but the head is there. That's the important thing, that the head is there.
definitely.
Yep. Next one.
It almost looks like the being is wearing a crown or something.
Yeah, it's like a high type of.
Yeah.
Now this is another head that was in your orb craft, Tracee, and this looks a bit. It's another hat. What it could be, what sort of headgear this could be, but it's definitely on the head. So I don't know, can you see?
Yeah, it looks like a graduation, one of those graduation hats.
I was actually going to say that, but I thought, no, I better not.
No, there's without the tassel. I don't see the tassel. The tassel might be there though. But it looks like it looks just like a graduation hat.
I need to say it because I wanted to say it, but I thought, no, I won't. But I'm glad you said it. Yes. Okay, next
And
one.
there's different, I'm sorry, or Merlina,
Yeah.
can you go back, Tracee, for a second? Are those different angles? Here, this right here, is this a different, or is this the same shot? Well,
No,
it would be.
I've just changed the, can you see how in some, it's the same shot. I've just changed the color a bit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Just to, because this was a still shot. In videos, if I
Yeah.
do orbs and they change their position in a video, if I zoom into them, but I've just changed the color. For a lot of people just need to see it in different types of. So if I took a picture of you and I did a little pink tint on you,
Right.
it's still you, but you're just a little pink.
Right.
Or I did a blue tint on you. It's you, but you'll have a bluer color on you. So I've just changed the colors on this to get different perspectives for, because
and different contrasts.
Yes,
with that tone. Yeah, totally. Okay.
All right. Again, in your orb craft, Tracee, here's another head, and you can see this has got like a red, a round.
Headgear.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
It's like a yarmulke.
Yeah, yarmulke, right.
So, I just want to show people that they wear headgear, helmet.
So funny.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And again, look at the white cloudy protection around them. It's just the head through and all white.
We wear headgear here too. We wear hats. We wear different head, for different, I don't know, whatever statement we want to say, or, like a graduation cap is a headgear kind of thing. I mean,
helmets in the army, the
helmets.
police.
Yeah.
We do.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. And again, Tracee, in your orb craft, here's another one. This one's a bit unusual because it looks like one of those African type of over the head.
Yeah, it does.
I couldn't make this any clearer, but the fact is there is a head, a sentient head with some type of headgear. All right, again, look at the.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, again, look how white and bright this protective layer under the head is.
Right.
Okay, next one. And now this is the orb craft, and here are 5 of the sentient heads that are inside that darker stigma of the craft.
That's amazing.
You could see the heads, you could see what they're wearing, and under the heads, it's all white. It's protective white.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I think so too. I'm amazed. Every orb that I do, because I'm still learning. People say, oh yeah, no, I don't know. I am learning.
Yeah, I don't think
Yes,
any
I'm
of us
learning.
really know.
No,
But yeah, we're learning as we go.
exactly. And I personally am, I'm amazed every time. I'm not surprised. I am amazed with
Right.
every orb that I do.
Yeah, Tracee and I say the same thing, and I know that when we analyze our photos, we learn so much from them. And I feel,
Yeah,
and you probably get this too, Merlina. As I analyze and as we analyze them, I feel like they're communicating with us at that time as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, well, back
No,
to the beginning.
no, I want to Orb 14. It's the
Oh,
next
okay.
slide. It's
Okay,
the next PowerPoint.
here we go. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, Tracee, here's another one of yours. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love this
It's a good
one.
one. Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
I had to put this in just to show the unusual type of whatever it is on their heads. And this is very classic because this is debatable. Some people, what we're going to see now, say it's a hat. Some people say, no, it's like a crew cut
Mhm.
hairstyle. So this beautiful orb, it's just amazing. It seems like it's a flowy one. It's like it's turned. Let's have a look what's inside this dark stigma. Now,
Wow.
this head, we'll have a look, a better view of it in a little while, but this head comes through and you can see it is smiling.
And
And
it
a
looks
lot
like it's wearing a crown.
I know it does.
Yeah, well, I've actually had people say to me, it looks like a crew cut. Like, the
Oh, uh-huh.
what are they called?
Oh yeah, the
Mohawk.
Mohawk.
The mohawk,
Yeah.
Yeah. But nevertheless, it is a head. Not very clear, but
Mhm.
it is a head. And it's looking out this dark stigma. And in my book, I say the dark stigmas are windows. It's an airplane window that opens up,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you'll 99% of the time you will see a head looking out. So here's the smiling little alien. Okay.
He's definitely smiling. Feels like a he, looks like a he.
Yeah, I think it is a he, a
Yeah.
masculine male.
Masculine, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
definitely smiling.
Yeah, 16. Yeah. All right. So again, once have a look on the outside of the portal window. There is a white of protection.
Yeah.
So that window's been opened up. He's looking out, and he's probably looking down at you, Tracee, when you took the picture, and he's smiling. And down the bottom, the big one down the bottom, the photo.
Mhm.
Yes, you can see how he's looking down with a smile and whatever that thing on his head is. Next one. Okay, here it's a little bit clearer. So it's looking out from the portal window of the orb craft. And here you could see that it is smiling. And these are natural colors that come out. I mean, I could make it a little bit pinker and a little bit bluer and a little bit greener, but the actual colors that you see through my research, this is what comes out. Right?
Interesting.
So yeah.
It's amazing.
And down the bottom. Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
You want to go back?
No. That's,
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to say the last photo is a clearer image of him with his brownish headgear, smiling, looking out.
It's like he's got it, to me, it looks like he's got his tip to the side, like
Yeah, like
like
exactly.
playing around, playful energy.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Very
and
playful.
smiling. Yes.
And smiling, definitely.
Yeah. So the next one, Oh, there's another one of yours, Tracee.
Yeah, I recognize that photo.
Okay, from what it says here, you took this in 2019.
Mhm.
Now, I did this one put this one in the PowerPoint to show that it's not round, it's shape-shifting. You captured it in the photo when it was shape-shifting at that fraction of a second. So I went into this, and you will see what sentient activity inside it into the next slide. Here you are.
Oh, yeah.
The top right, you can see the head and the helmet.
Mhm.
This definitely looks like some sort of a helmet.
It does. Yeah.
Now, these ones here have got large eyes. They're not like the other ones we saw previously, where they looked more human. These pictures here of the 4 sentient activity that's in this particular shape-shifting orb energy show that they've got larger eyes. Right? The top one. Okay. Now, here is a zoom image of this one. Look at the eyes. It's under the helmet. It looks human, but it doesn't look human with a helmet on.
Right.
But this is definitely some type of headgear. The next one. All right. Now, this is the other head that was in the orb. Again,
A helmet.
some sort of helmet. Not as clear as the one before, but look at the eyes. The eyes are larger than what we've seen up until now, the previous orbs. Again, covered in this white, protective, cloudy substance. Next one. Okay, so these, I just added the 4 sentient beings or sentient activity that is in this shape-shifting orb craft, and you could see they have what they have in common: the heads, the headgear, the large eyes, covered in this white protective layer. So this is from a particular type of civilization, as probably different to the ones previously that looked more human, like the little guy with the mohawk.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one on the far right, it even looks like that being, the eyes are large. If it, it's a little distorted, but it looks like
distorted.
light coming out of there. It's that person, that being's eyes almost.
But see, when I do my research, I can only get it as clear as what the original photo is. If you know what I mean.
Sure.
There are some orbs which are really high resolution, I get better pictures. There are some activity, it's not really, and this was a hard one to do because it's translucent, it's shape-shifting, but I managed to get these 4 heads in it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And
so what you're showing us, Merlina, is that these orb craft, or energy craft, looks like carrying the same types of beings within that craft.
Yes, and it, as I said in my book, if you saw an aeroplane that had Qantas on it flying, where would you think that Qantas plane came from?
Right.
Australia.
Yeah.
Or Pan Am. You saw an aeroplane riding Pan Am on it. Where would it be from?
Is there a Pan Am still?
Oh, I didn't know. I just came.
Right.
I
was confused.
No idea.
Or Pan Am or American or United or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Singapore Airlines, you know,
Mhm.
the logo, the Singapore Airlines. As soon as you see the plane in the air and you think, oh, that's from Singapore.
Right.
I believe that they've got the same dynamics because the plane flies. So they're built basically on the same dynamics, the airplanes. But due to the logo on the exterior, we can tell what country they originated from, what part of the earth that they came from. I believe that in the future with the orbs, when we look at the exterior, we will able to say, oh, that came from that part of the universe or that star system or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I love that because
Point.
Tracee and I have noticed when we're having a photo session outside
Yeah.
at night, we'll notice different waves of different energies that come together.
That's
The
true.
different, yeah.
We
And
do.
so- yeah, and so you're just confirming what we've been talking about, how they come, the different beings come together in waves.
They do,
Yeah.
and sometimes depending on the exterior, it could be from a different star system or a different part of the universe, and they're interacting. It doesn't mean they're from the same. It's like you get Singapore Airlines and Qantas flying in the skies.
Right.
They're basically the same. They work on the same dynamics, but they're from different areas. So that's the same with orbs. They're from different parts of the cosmos.
Wow.
They're not all coming from one part of the cosmos. And I can see that with sometimes I get the orbs, which they look very human, hybrid human looking. And then sometimes I get images of, that doesn't look human. It looks anything but human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
Okay.
Let's go to slide 23.
Oh.
Okay, my friend Gina Maria Colvin Hill.
Oh, love her YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, she's absolutely, so do I. I put this because this was hard to do. Gina captured this on video. This is not a still photo. And I've actually written down the bottom that this was quite a difficult one because this orb craft was captured on video. And it was continuously changing its colors and shape, as you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did manage to get what is inside. And I've written down the bottom here, all the crew members, let's call them crew members of this ship, are wearing what looks like helmets or some type of headgear, which may perhaps have different helmets for different ranks. It's like, we've got different helmets for different ranks in our societies. Like I don't know my army things, but I suppose a general would wear a different one from a cadet, or they wear different badges and whatever to show their rank.
Right.
So all right, let's go into the next one.
Wow.
So this is one of the main heads inside this moving orb craft that was captured on video, which was hard to do because I had to take still shots and work from that. Now, look at this helmet. Look at this sentient being.
Yeah.
It's, again, look at the white protective substance around it. Pure white. And it's just the head. Nobody can be seen. So this is definitely a different civilization and extraterrestrial. Well, when we think of extraterrestrial, we think of little green men, right?
Or little gray guys nowadays.
But when I say extraterrestrial, it's something that is not from this earth.
Right.
It's a civilization.
Non-terrestrial. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a civilization that is not, it's not from this earth. But look at the flat hat or helmet. Looks like a dish upside down.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
That's That's
Very
crazy.
different.
Yeah.
Yep. Next one. Okay, now I've just got a closer view of it. And the eyes seem to be larger, but I
Mhm.
don't know. Are they goggles? You know, like,
Right.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking, that some of them might be eye protection, maybe.
could be. Mhm.
Yeah,
But then again, these are hologram images.
that's true. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now this is I just put the 4 different types of heads. Some are not as clear as others, but you could see like the third one, first, second, third, the third photo, the pointy blue helmet. Yeah.
Mhm.
The second one, the second helmet, that's it, up the top.
Mhm.
It looks like the first, it's like covered, but as I said, it's the first helmet, the main image, the first one that really got me surprised.
Yeah. That helmet is very clear.
And again, look at the white protective thing around the heads. Okay, next one. All right, back to Gina Maria Colvin Hill again.
Mhm.
Now she captured this, and it's orbs are cosmic crafts with so much astronomical information that can be seen inside them. Ethereal hologram projections of sentient beings can be seen. So when I did this particular one, I could see at least 20 heads inside wearing helmets. All right. But let's have a look at 2 of them. Let's have a look at the next one.
Mm.
Wow.
Yep. And I've actually got an arrow pointing to the orb where exactly, what position in the orb they are. So on the top photo, it's not one head, they're overlapping. There's one behind the other, which we'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
And you
see
can
that.
definitely see the white helmet on
Mhm.
top. Next one. Okay.
Okay.
So I've incorporated them in the original orb, just to show you in what position they are found in this orb craft. And you know, I like to call them orb crafts because that's exactly what they are.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, next one. I think I've got yes, I've zoomed into it. These are the 2 sentient heads, the ones that I said is one is overlapping. But this white helmet is, as I said, looks like a tray upside down on the
It
head.
does.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the white, look how white this protective thing is around them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go
Oh.
to the third presentation. Slide 1. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, slide 31. Now we go to my friend Dumitran Claudio. He's from Romania. And I'm just amazed with what he captures.
Oh, same here.
And the thing is, I have been in lots of contact with Dumitran. Every single photo he has captured is directly on his memory card. Because a lot of people said that, or they say that he photoshops them. No, he doesn't. How do you Photoshop something when you put it on a 5-second 5-second automatic, when it clicks, what's it called, on the
Timer.
And a timer.
On the
Mhm.
timer, and you stand back and it clicks, you look at it and you see pictures like amazing photos. They're not Photoshop, they are original.
No. Yeah.
Although I have heard a lot of people say he Photoshops them, he does not. I can vouch for that.
I don't doubt these are real. I mean, from what I've seen, they're just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not false. These are real images.
Mhm.
And I believe he is some sort of a call it like maybe a star seed. He has a connection with them, and he's only had this connection since 2018.
Mm.
Now, when I interviewed him, I think he is connected with the Buseshi Mountains in Romania. So up until 2018, he was just capturing little orbs like everybody else does around the world. And he went to the Buseshi Mountains. He swam in the creek. It was cold. And then he sat on a plateau. Now I think if you're meant to be a light worker, it will show. So what he did, he sat for no reason at all. He sat on the plateau, and this white light, he said, just hit him. It was cold, but it was a warm light. He could see it from the sky onto him. And he just turned around. He didn't know why he said it, but he just looked up to the light and he said, I accept you. Will you accept me? And he's told me this many times, and I have him on tape. And from that day on, he's been capturing whatever he's been capturing, amazing photos.
Wow.
So they've accepted him. But does he have starseed roots with them? Does, connection? I don't know. Did they pick him over, or was it a birthright that he's got? But every single one of these photos that he takes, and now they're getting even more and more in his own bedroom, you're getting angels coming through, and I'm just amazed.
Wow.
Amazed. But anyway, this one he took in 2021. And when I looked at it, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 little red dots in there.
Oh,
Inside the portal that's opened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not from the background in the back. These are connected to the actual opening of the portal hole.
Nice.
Okay, next one. Now, I did my research on this, and look at the helmets coming through.
Wow.
And you can actually see the eyes coming through.
Mm-hmm.
But they're covered in the white.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a shiny red. They look
Wow.
like little mushroom men, with the.
They do. Yeah. This looks like a big helmet.
Yeah,
to me.
well, yeah.
Or well,
maybe
not. Yeah.
Well, when this portal opened in the picture that we saw, he's in the park. Maybe they need it for their protection. But look again, the white.
Right.
The white. Next picture. Okay, so I've got the blue square where the heads are, where his hand is. And I did another zoom in, tried to get it clearer, and you can actually see that these helmets are emitting this light.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just red, it's like a shiny red light. And down the bottom, the bottom picture, you can actually see the first sentient being, the 2 heads coming through, looking out.
I wonder if the helmet, go ahead, Tracee.
I was just saying that's amazing.
It is. A thought just came to me. Just thoughts. I wonder if helmets or headgear or anything like that have anything to do with the controlling or communicating with creating the craft, or like creating the portal. If if the helmets is sending energy out or sending information out, the headgear is sending information out. It's just a thought that came to me.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be pretty
maybe,
amazing. Yeah.
maybe. No one knows. And it may be.
No one knows, right? Unless
No
we're
one
doing
knows.
it ourselves in some reality.
Yeah.
It could be, as I
Which would
said,
be-
it could be um a hierarchy level, right? And another
Mhm,
thing that
mhm.
I've noticed is that some heads are bigger than others. And I think that's a rank or hierarchy level. I believe that the bigger the heads are,
Mhm.
the higher rank they have as compared to the little ones. And in my book, I actually said that it's like the Egyptian photos. You get
Right.
the pharaoh and the queen always had bigger bodies,
Mhm.
and the slaves always had smaller ones.
Right.
Yeah.
In the hieroglyphics.
According to
yes.
their rank. Yeah, yeah. So the larger of the heads, I believe, is the higher rank or the position that they hold in that dimension.
That makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Next one, I think. Yeah. So look how I've got to look how they illuminate it's just
Yeah.
fluorescent light.
It's
It's just
beautiful.
it's not just a red flat color.
Mhm.
They are illuminating some sort of energy. And again, the white, covered in the white.
And Tracee and I have talked about how these colors in our photos and lots of people's photos can be so gorgeous and magnificent that since this is in another spectrum of light that we can't, see with our physical eyes, and only the digital camera can capture usually, the camera may not even be picking up the total spectrum of colors that are coming through.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Because we're only seeing the colors that are
Mhm.
coming out through the ability of the camera,
Right.
right? And a lot of these orbs work under the are in the infrared realm, and our eyes can't see infrared directly.
Right.
So
Exactly.
we use the camera, the digital camera, as our new eyes that picks up, but it doesn't really, I do not believe that we are seeing the actual colors that are coming to the cameras of what they really are.
Right.
The camera's interpreting them
Mhm.
and showing us the camera's interpretation of the colors. And
Right.
then again, we interpret the colors that we see through the interpreted color of the camera.
Exactly.
So it gets dumbed down. It keeps getting dumbed down for us.
And I'm sure that
Yeah.
there are colors that we have never seen
Yeah.
or we can't see, but we're actually seeing the colors that the camera is interpreting to us through our interpreted eyes.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next
So
one.
beautiful.
Okay.
Wow.
Now this is in
Wow.
broad. This is another one of Dumitron Claudio. Again, this is broad daylight in the park. This is not night. This is broad daylight. The one that you saw previously with the red helmets was at night when the portal opened. This is broad daylight, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it. You could see how it's opened up the actual orbit. This energy field, plasma energy field, is just opened up. And next photo, you will see the head. Okay.
Wow. And that's at the top, right? That
That is at the top,
yeah.
and that is not the tree behind, because I do have pictures of the tree without the portal, and it does not have that. Because you've got to be careful that it's not part of the tree.
Right.
It's a head. And again, the white protective. Now I went into this, and it is not just one head. There are 3 heads there. But the larger one is the one, probably the higher ranking one, the highest rank, and you get the 2 smaller ranks next to him, or the
Look at
sentient.
I'm sorry, Merlina. Look at
Yeah.
the energy coming off his hand.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. And you can see it in the larger picture too, the hand,
Okay.
Do you see the hand? It's like a there and in my MFT photo too. Just to the other side.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
Okay. No, down towards the wall. Do you see the pink? There's a pink.
Oh, on the right side of the, yeah,
Yeah, just go up a bit where you were. Go
in the
down.
middle of the photo, Tracee, on
There
the
we go.
right.
Okay, I
Yeah.
couldn't
Right
see
there.
it. My other videos were in the way. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So you could see his hand in the original picture, and that's his hand.
Right.
How it looks deformed because it's inside the energy field.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there is his hand. Yeah.
Amazing.
Now the next one. So I put them together. You could see his hand, the original photo on the left, and as he's putting his hand there, 3 heads are coming through. The highest ranking head is larger and more distinct. On either side, I wonder if I have them clearer. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Can you see the 2 heads on the left-hand side now?
like on his shoulders.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've got arrows to
Mhm.
show that
Yeah,
there
right
are,
here.
yeah, exactly. So it's not 1 head. It is 2 heads on either side of him, probably a lower rank than the one in the middle. Again, white cloudy substance, they're being protected. All for protection.
Interesting.
And the helmet, look at the head. It's wearing some sort of a, I don't know, a beret.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Beret. Yeah.
Well,
We would say here beret.
a beret. We
Yeah.
say beret.
Or Barrett.
So you know, whatever it is, there is definitely a head there. And there's 2 other heads on either side, protected in this white.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Next one. Okay, now I've got I've zoomed into the bottom. You could see the 2 translucent heads on either side of yes, that's 1 head coming through. And on the other side, that's the other head coming through. And you could see it up the top little picture up the top. There are 3 heads there. 3, what would you call them? Sentient beings, cosmic beings. Okay, next one. All right, now I won't read all this. I want to say that I just want to say that the more research I do on the Orb phenomenon, the greater my conviction that my work is on the right track. It's not pareidolia. This cannot be pareidolia.
No.
Pareidolia, well, for people that don't know, is you see like a branch in the tree and you think, oh, that looks like a face. Or you look at the moon and you say, oh, you could see a face in the moon. It's our psychological mind forming these images that are familiar to us, and that is pareidolia. Now, my work is way past pareidolia.
Mhm.
We're talking
Yes.
about a systematic thing where with my method, you'll always get the heads. You'll always get this white cloudy substance. There is a systematic my mind's gone blank. It is all the time.
Mhm.
Does
Consistent.
not persistent. Yes.
Consistent, yes.
Consistent and persistent. It's there. It's consistent. And
Right.
you know, to do something in science, you have to redo it. You have to make sure that you can get the same results again and again and again and again. And I can.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about ectoplasm.
Yes.
Ectoplasm is a term, because we're going to see one of your ectoplasm, Sharon.
Yay. I love ectoplasm. I love ectoplasm. I love plasma so much. I love getting those energies. And when I have video of them. Tracee and I do video too sometimes where they're swirling around us and when they come around.
I've seen them. Yeah. I always see your photos.
Thank you.
And I'm amazed. But, you know, I just want to say that there are 4 natural states of matter. And that's solids, liquids, gases, and plasma. Now, in the universe, more than, let's say 99% of the universe is of plasma. Not gases or solids or liquids. It is plasma. And they don't really know. Scientists are just now, over maybe the last couple of decades, are trying to study plasma. And ectoplasm is a term in spiritualism to denote an energy forming, it's a misty type of substance. And a lot of people are starting to get this in their photos. It could start with a translucent mist, and then it may materialize, become opaque, become invisible, disappear. So these ectoplasmic mists are starting to appear, and they're oozing into the atmosphere around us. And I'm getting to see a lot of people capturing this. Now, this is what I believe. This phenomena is the afterlife phenomena. This is the phenomena of when we die, we go into another realm, another dimension. These are the sentient activity that were perhaps once human. These are not the alien crafts or the extraterrestrial or whatever. Now, I believe that the ectoplasms, the plasmas that we see, that we will see now, are the afterlife. That's where our psyche goes to. That's where it's a traveling thing. It's a hologram image. They're not solid, but this is our psyche that goes into these other realms.
Okay.
All right, let's have a look at your photo, Sharon.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That was
Now,
steady.
Yeah. So the original photo here, as I've written here, was a good example of spiritualism, spiritual ectoplasm. So you're surrounded with this ectoplasm around you, and you can see your hands, if you'd like to point to the hands for people that.
Yeah, that's actually Tracee.
Oh, Isabel still. Okay.
Yeah.
But you took the photo.
I did. I took the photo, but that's Tracee. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, Tracee, we can see your hands there. It looks like a mist. It looks like a fog. But this ectoplasmic mist is really a living matter. Every single one of these little things that you can see is a head looking out.
Yes, yes, I knew it.
Really?
I knew it.
They go through us, around us, because they are not solid. We're talking about hologram images. They're ethereal.
Yeah, that's a perfect word. They're ethereal.
They're ethereal, right? But every single, on the right hand side, if you could see all these little lumps and bumps, and
So many faces.
Each one of these is like a human afterlife head, and they're traveling. This is the way that they travel. Perhaps, eventually, because I want to start doing plasma mists now with my MFT, do more of them.
Oh, great.
So yeah, not just the orb phenomenon. Well, this is the orb phenomena, but I want to start doing more of these plasma mists and ectoplasms. So let's have a look. What was around you in the afterlife? in the next slide.
Mm.
Mm.
All right, now this is one of the heads that's in the ectoplasm around you. And look what it's wearing. It's wearing some sort of a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And they all follow the same thing, whether it's an orb or whether it's an ectoplasm, they're protected in this white. This white, it must be significant. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's very, very significant for protection.
Yeah, it's around, just not in the plasma itself, but around the being.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It looks like
And
it looks like the being's wearing some kind of goggles to me.
yeah,
I mean, it looks like they're
yeah.
straps or something.
Yeah, look at the top one, where you got the cursor up the top, under the top right hand there.
Mhm.
Now, you could see the head right behind on the shoulder. There are more heads. There's one head there, and there's a head lower down. There's another,
Right. Mhm.
yeah. And on the other side, there's another head. So they're in clusters. That's what
Mhm.
I'm saying. Each one of these ectoplasmic myths, they're in clusters. There's heads, and that's
Mhm.
how they're traveling. This ethereal. All right, let's have a look at another. Okay,
Oh wow.
here are two more with headgear. Now there are two of them.
Well, look at that.
That looks more human
It
Mhm.
does.
because
Yeah.
these are the spiritual realms, and it looks like the whole.
A
We've gone through
headpiece.
berets and
Yeah.
whatever and trays. This one looks like a turban,
Yeah.
It does.
like a red type of like a turban.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could see that there are two heads because they are in clusters, they're in groups, there's never one. But then again, white
Mhm.
bodies.
Mhm.
Next one. Another one in your photo, Sharon.
Mhm.
This white head, female, perhaps.
Mhm.
Very, very clear. If it was any clearer, then you'd have to see the eyes and the nose and the mouth. But the head is there.
Yeah.
White.
Oh,
Protect-
sorry.
That's okay.
Trigger your finger.
And you find if I change the focal angle, to the right of her, there's this orange formation. Can you see to the right of her head?
Sure.
That's another head.
Right here. Yeah.
That's another head coming through. Yeah. So in that photo that you took, Sharon, and Tracee's holding the camera,
Mhm.
the hands, I would say that there are literally over 300
Wow.
spiritual beings
Wow.
around you.
That's
All right,
amazing.
That's either comforting or freaky.
No, I think I think it's comforting because that is
Yeah.
their path. It's just their way, it's their pathway of what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
our frequencies sometimes intertwine, but they
Mhm.
don't mix really, because that's their frequency, this is our frequency, but we're on the same plane.
Right.
You
Right.
know, it's
I always feel nothing but love when I'm surrounded by plasma.
same here.
Absolutely.
Feel nothing but love and
Right.
joy, and
It makes us giddy.
it makes
Well,
us very
I have to admit that I haven't yet, because over the last couple of years, I've really stopped going out to take photos because I'm very busy and I am taking care of my 96-year-old mother, and I don't have time anymore. But
Yeah.
I have never captured a photo yet with plasma. But then again, I haven't been out over the last
Yeah.
couple of years taking photos, but I haven't.
I had
I'm-
to ask for it when I learned about it from Tracee. I asked for plasma and got it right away. Got plasma right away. but I
And
wasn't even, yeah.
we also discovered that moisture helps. If
Yes,
it's
definitely.
raining or snowing, it tends to help
It-
them manifest.
And you find, of course, we've got to be careful that there's no moisture on our
Sure.
lenses.
Right,
Sure.
You
exactly.
get moisture droplets and contamination. But you find that I from a lot of people sending me, thousands, literally thousands and thousands of photos that I've been bombarded with, but I don't have
Mhm.
time to research them. But during storms,
Yes.
you find that there's a lot of ionization happening.
Yep.
And don't forget, from what I understand, a lightning bolt is plasma itself. It's the ionizations of the negative and positive particles hitting each other. So
Mhm.
that is a plasma column.
Wow.
Actually, and you'll find that during storms, and I'm sure you've gone out, and I've seen a lot of your photos. It's just magnificent what you capture during these electronic magnetic storms.
Mhm.
Right.
They become energized. They become, I don't know.
They do. Yeah, they're happy, so they make us happy.
Yeah.
They're it's like they're jumping up and down for joy, and then we're jumping up and down for joy as we're out there playing with them.
There's definitely much more energy in the air when
Mhm.
the ionization is high.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next one.
Yes.
We're nearly finished. Here's another one. Again, in the top one, you could see it's like a headgear,
Mhm.
right there. This was in the ectoplasm around you.
Wow.
And notice again, the
Amazing.
white protective.
Yeah.
In front, there's another two heads coming through in front of where the yellow arrow is. Yes, there's one head there, and there's another head.
Mhm.
Yeah. Literally hundreds and hundreds of souls going through that ectoplasm.
Wow.
Next one. Now, this one, not very clear to see, but I had to put it in because this does not look like headgear. This looks like a hairstyle.
Mhm.
It does.
Definitely.
It
Did
looks
she have
like
her mouth
I think
open?
it's mom.
I know, right?
I've done it in pink tones and white tones a bit to, so people can see there is a head there. But this is not a hat, and this is not some sort of headgear. This looks like a female, a smiling female, a
Oh
beautiful
yeah,
female.
definitely.
Looks
Mhm.
like a beautiful female
Mhm.
with hair, a hairstyle,
Mhm.
hair.
Yeah, with short hair.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just thought I'd put this in because, it's not always headgear, or most of the time it is. But then a lot of times, sometimes you get, and because this is the spiritual realm,
Mhm.
this is not the alien realm or the extraterrestrial, this is the ectoplasmic afterlife realm, you get a female looking like us with just hair.
And looks like she's looking straight at the camera, looking straight at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of them do.
And you find that there is if you look, there is like a smile, a little
Mhm.
smile.
Mhm.
Not a big smile, but there is a smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And right behind, if you go up the top there are heads on the side because they overlap each other.
Right.
Yeah. And even on the other side, okay,
Yeah.
towards the right of the photo, towards the right, there, on the
Right.
outside of the blue box.
There
There,
you go. Yeah.
there's another head there, and another head, and another head, depending
Oh,
on,
okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Next
Lots of
one.
heads.
All right, so this is the final thing of the PowerPoint. I've just some of the orbs that we did today that we looked at, you know, my orbs, Gina's orbs, Gina, Sharon's orb, Sharon's ectoplasm, Tracee's, Dumatron Claudio's. These are some of what we just saw today. And I just put them all together so that you can visualize and compare the heads, the helmets, the headgear, or whatever it is that they have on their head, and they're covered in this white protective. So it's very consistent.
Yes.
It's very consistent.
Wow.
The top one, helmet, white, helmet, white, helmet, white, helmet,
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's nice to see them all together like that.
And this
Mhm.
is just out of the orbs that we
Right.
just
Right.
saw today. Yeah.
And what you
From
have behind you is some more amazing
and
photos.
you know, my two orbs that I showed you from, one was from Athens, one was from Sydney.
Mhm.
Yours, Sharon, was from
ESETI.
yep,
Washington State.
Yeah.
Washington State. Gina from America, Dumatron from Romania. So they are all over the world. I mean, there's no particular place where they are more or less. They are all around us.
Yeah.
International, all around us. So do you get you're starting to understand now the way that it's the heads and they're all in this, and even behind me, you can see
Mhm. Mhm.
heads and the white protective
Definitely.
substance. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just so amazing, Merlina. You've I mean, we're aware of your work, and I've probably read your book 3 or 4 times, but by now, but so those that are watching, please, if you're interested in this Merlina's work, I mean, it's just so amazing. And if you want to connect with spirits, with beings this way, we would highly suggest getting your book. It's on Amazon, Merlina, still?
Yes, I
Okay.
think it yes,
Okay.
it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think what I feel is that you've proven to us, which we already know, but to a lot of people that aren't so sure about this type of photography, orb photography, and which a lot of people think, oh, that's just like you were saying, oh, that's just a piece of dust or just a ball floating around or something, ball of light or whatever. But it shows us, which we've been saying for a long time too, that we are communicating with sentient beings, sentient energy beings.
Absolutely.
This isn't random. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a consciousness. So
Consciousness. Yes.
that's what floored me when I first asked for a plasma cloud and I received one on that night. And that's when my belief in that we were communicating with each other changed. It totally changed that
And
night.
they strategically position themselves.
Yes.
Like if a lot of people are sending me pictures, or we see on Facebook or on YouTube around the heads. They love to be around. Maybe they're sending us or the people that are in the photo subconscious messages to
Mhm.
us. We don't know at the time, but they might come out as thoughts. And I believe I've been guided to do this. I could never have done it by myself.
Yeah.
I think I have been guided, and my pictures are getting better and better and more clear, because it's like it comes out as thoughts. I don't hear anybody talking in my ears, but sometimes I think, oh, maybe I should try it like this, probably because I've already had a thought from them. And I believe I have been guided. I could never have done this, what you see behind me, by myself.
Right.
I never believed in a million years, but
Yeah, and we cannot wait until you are recognized by the scientific community for your
I
work.
have,
So,
well, Tracee, I have been trying for the last couple of years to
yeah.
get a scientific panel, because what you see behind is it's not hard to do. It doesn't need rocket science.
Mhm.
It's a simple method that I have discovered.
Mhm.
Maybe they helped me because I've been
Yeah.
guided.
Yeah.
I've been guided. They have guided me to do this. And I've been trying for the last couple of years to get a scientific peer group panel, so I can sit them down and say, look, this is the way I do it. You do it now. And they will be getting pictures like that. And every single picture I could, of the same orb, I could do it again. I could do it in 1 week. I could do it in a month. I could do it in a year. I will get the same picture.
Right.
It's reproducible. It's not as if I get a one-off picture of that orb and then I can't reproduce it. And sometimes when I go back to it, as my method, my technique gets better and better, I get a clearer image, and I get other things that I missed maybe a year ago, because I
Mhm.
sometimes go
Mhm.
back to the orbs that I've already researched. Now I do it again, although I don't have much time now with my mum and everything that's happening in my life. But when I do, I find more and more and more detail in it. So I'm just waiting for a panel to come up to me and say, okay, you think it's so smart, show us. And
Yeah.
I will, I'll show them how I do it. And then I'll say, this is how I do it. It's simple. It's not rocket science. You can do it. And let's go out and capture orbs. And then we'll sit down and you can do it.
Right. Yeah.
And then the whole world will know. But not one scientific panel or scientist has said to me, Merlina, how do you do it? Not one.
It'll
But then
happen. It'll happen.
it'll happen. Yeah.
It
It
will.
will. Yeah. When they're ready. I can't wait for you to start teaching your method though.
I want to, but first
Yeah.
of all, because it is intellectual property,
Mhm.
my
Of
method,
course. Of course.
and I just want to be get it scientifically tested and
Mhm.
approved,
Mhm.
Right.
and then the whole world will know.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Hey.
Beautiful. Thank you. Do you have any, Merlina, do you have any parting words for all of our millions of people that are watching this video right now?
Well, first of all, to the people that already know about orbs and they are the believers and they capture their orbs, all I can say is keep doing it.
Mhm.
And to the non-believers, to the naysayers, I think, okay, there will be a day when you will say, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they will find out. They will find out. We're living in a world full of chaos at the moment, lots of chaos, but just keep believing in bright, happy things, and things will change, you know. And I think the orbs, the orb phenomena, these alien realms, the spiritual realms are here to help us. I don't think they're here. Not that there isn't any bad alien races out there that don't like humans. Yes, there are, but the majority of them are light workers. They're here to help the planet. They are here to help us. They are here to make us remember who we really are.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel good. I thank every time I do an orb and I get this, I say thank you. Thank you
Mhm.
for helping me. Because I don't do it by myself. They are helping me do what
Right.
I'm doing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm in so much bliss and I'm in so much happiness and so much with a warm heart. And I just thank them for opening up and allowing me to see them. That's what I have to say.
That's
Oh, that's
great. I
beautiful.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, totally.
And I love talking to you, beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
We're so happy that you joined us, and we love talking to you. We've loved your work for a while now, and thank you for your kind words, and also for working with our photos.
Yes.
It's an honor to have you work
I
with our
just have to
photos.
say, somebody said to me, "Oh yeah, you're manipulating your photos." I said, "What?" Okay, I'm manipulating. That's fine. You go believe that. But yeah, you're making money. No, I'm not. There is not one person on this earth that can say that they paid me for me to do their orbs. I don't do it for money. I do it because I truly, 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 truly believe what I'm doing. I'm on the right track. I don't want money.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I if I see something that I know I can work into it, because there are orbs that I just can't. I mean, I don't have the ability to go in every orb, but I can go in most of them. And I know, after the experience I've had all these years, I know what I will find in them. And I'm not wrong.
Right. Yeah.
So, I don't want money, but if I can see an orb that I really believe that I can capture what's in it, I'll do it.
You intuitively know.
Yeah. I know straight away if I can do it or not. And don't want money. I mean, it's nice to have money.
Well, hey, who knows? Maybe one day you can start charging. You can
No,
always charge for your services. I mean, why not?
I never would. I never would.
Well,
All right, I made a book. Of course, I'll sell the book. But when I do like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds around the world, from everywhere around the world, I've actually gone into and done their orbs. I don't want a cent. People have sent me and they say, well, how much do you want to do my orb? I don't want money. All I want it to be is high definition so I can work in it. That's all I want.
Yeah. Well, you also deserve, an energy exchange. I think that.
Well, I do it from my heart, and
Yeah, I
because I
understand.
believe, and I do it for the good of humanity. And I believe that what you see behind me, they're from all over the world. These are not pictures that I've just taken. These are pictures from around the world. The people have sent me the orbs, and I've all around the world, and they're here.
Amazing.
And it's a message of love, really. It's a message of hope, and just a warm heart. We get this.
Yes.
And they are here with love.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Merlina. It was
Thank
a
you.
joy to sit here with you and see your presentation and chat with you like this. This is the first time we've done something like this.
Yes. Thank you, Merlina.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And everyone that watching, thank you for being here. Please do all that YouTube stuff. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and comment, like the video if you liked it, which how could you not like it, right? And comment. We'd love to hear your comments on the presentation on our video today. And don't go away, Merlina or Tracee. We hope to see everyone out there soon.
Bye.